Alejandro Garnacho kicked off Manchester United's Europa League clash with Bodo Glimt in sensational fashion, scoring within just 60 seconds. The rapid opener electrified the Old Trafford crowd and seemed to set the tone for a dominant United performance. However, despite this dream start, Garnacho's overall display left much to be desired. A night that began with such promise ended with lingering questions about his consistency, decision-making, and composure. Garnacho's opener showcased his sharp instincts. Capitalizing on a defensive error by Bodo Glimt's goalkeeper Nikita Hyken, the young Argentine was in the right place at the right time to slot the ball into the net. The goal was a testament to his positioning and hunger, and it appeared to signal a breakout performance. However, the early high quickly gave way to frustration as the match progressed. Despite his goal, Garnacho struggled to impose himself consistently throughout the game. On multiple occasions, he found himself in promising positions but failed to make the most of them. Twice, he was through on goal in one-on-one situations but hesitated, allowing Hyken to make crucial saves. These missed chances highlighted a recurring issue in Garnacho's game: his lack of composure in decisive moments. While his youthful exuberance is an asset, it also sometimes leads to rushed decisions that cost his team. Beyond the missed opportunities, Garnacho's decision-making also came under scrutiny. Several times during the match, he chose to shoot from difficult angles or hold onto the ball too long instead of passing to better positioned teammates. A particularly notable instance came in the second half, when Garnacho opted for a speculative shot rather than squaring the ball to Bruno Fernandes, who was unmarked at the edge of the box. These moments not only disrupted United's attacking flow but also drew visible frustration from his teammates. Garnacho's over-eagerness to impress is both his strength and his weakness. It is clear that he is desperate to cement his place in Ruben Amorim's starting 11, but this desperation sometimes manifests as overcomplication. Against Bodo Glimt, his attempts to beat multiple defenders or take on difficult shots often led to turnovers, highlighting the need for him to simplify his game and make smarter decisions. In contrast to Garnacho's uneven display, other United attackers delivered more polished performances. Rasmus Højlund, for instance, demonstrated his clinical finishing with a brace, including a well-taken goal just before halftime to level the score at 2-2. Mason Mount also stood out with his creativity, providing the assist for Højlund's second goal. These performances underscored the areas where Garnacho needs to improve: composure, consistency, and decision-making. That said, Garnacho's performance wasn't without its merits. His pace and directness added a dynamic element to United's attack, forcing Bodo Glimt's defense to remain on high alert. However, his inability to capitalize on key moments prevented him from truly influencing the game beyond his early goal. It's worth considering the physical and mental pressures Garnacho is currently facing. As a young player with enormous potential, he is under constant scrutiny. This level of attention can be overwhelming, leading to overthinking and a lack of sharpness in critical moments. Against Bodo Glimt, there were instances where Garnacho seemed fatigued, both mentally and physically, which may have contributed to his inconsistency. Moreover, the pressure to deliver for a club like Manchester United can weigh heavily on a player as young as Garnacho. While he has shown flashes of brilliance in the past, the expectations placed upon him require a level of maturity and resilience that he is still developing. Garnacho's natural instincts as a winger, his ability to take on defenders, deliver incisive passes, and electrify the crowd could translate well into a wing-back role against certain opponents. While the defensive requirements would be a challenge, it would also add another dimension to his game, broadening his skill set and tactical understanding. Long-term, Garnacho's aspirations lie firmly in the attacking third, where he can influence games with goals and assists. However, in the short term, Amorim's system requires adaptability. Players like Garnacho and Ahmad, known for their attacking flair, must be ready to embrace roles that demand more defensive responsibility. This willingness to adapt will be critical in helping Amorim establish his philosophy and identify the players best suited to his system. The idea of Garnacho playing as a wingback may seem counterintuitive at first. However, it aligns with Amorim's broader strategy of developing well-rounded players capable of excelling in multiple roles. By placing Garnacho in a wingback position, Amorim can test his defensive instincts, positioning, and work rate while still allowing him the freedom to contribute to attacks. The Europa League clash against Bodo Glimt offers the perfect stage for Garnacho's potential audition as a wingback. United are heavy favorites and expected to control the game. This dominance would allow Garnacho to spend more time in advanced positions, mitigating the defensive demands of the role while still exposing him to its nuances. Amorim's arrival has injected fresh energy into Old Trafford. The home crowd, buoyed by the prospect of a new era, will provide a supportive atmosphere for Garnacho and his teammates to experiment and adapt. If there was ever a time to test Garnacho in a new role, it is now, in a match where United's attacking dominance is anticipated. Adapting to a wingback role will not be without its challenges for Garnacho. Defensive awareness, tactical discipline, and stamina are areas he would need to improve. However, these challenges also present opportunities for growth. By developing these skills, Garnacho could become a more versatile and complete player, capable of contributing in multiple phases of play. Moreover, embracing this role could help Garnacho build a stronger rapport with Amorim, who values players willing to adapt and learn. By demonstrating his willingness to step outside his comfort zone, Garnacho can solidify his place in Amorim's plans and enhance his standing within the squad. Ruben Amorim's approach to Garnacho's development reflects his broader vision for Manchester United. Amorim is not merely focused on short-term results, but is laying the groundwork for a cohesive, adaptable team capable of competing at the highest level. His willingness to experiment with Garnacho in a wing-back role underscores his commitment to maximizing the potential of his players. For Garnacho, this period of transition is an opportunity to redefine himself. While his primary strengths lie in attack, learning to navigate a wing-back role could make him a more complete player, adding layers to his game that would benefit both him and the team in the long run. Alejandro Garnacho's journey under Ruben Amorim is just beginning, but it is already clear that the young winger will play a pivotal role in the Portuguese manager's plans. The prospect of Garnacho as a wing-back may seem unconventional, but it aligns with Amorim's philosophy of adaptability and tactical flexibility. The match against Bodo Glimt could mark the start of a new chapter in Garnacho's career. By embracing this challenge, he has the chance to grow as a player and contribute to Manchester United's evolution under Amorim. Whether this experiment becomes a permanent feature or a temporary solution, it is a testament to Garnacho's potential and Amorim's innovative approach. Ultimately, Garnacho's success in adapting to new roles will hinge on his ability to balance his attacking instincts with the demands of Amorim's system. If he rises to the occasion, he could emerge as one of the key figures in Manchester United's exciting new era. Despite his early strike, Garnacho's missed one-on-one opportunities underscored a lack of composure. To address this, he could focus on shooting drills that simulate high-pressure situations, helping him develop the mental calmness required to finish clinically. Garnacho's tendency to hold onto the ball or take speculative shots needs refinement. Studying the play styles of efficient wingers like Riyad Mahrez or Son Heung-min could provide valuable lessons in balancing flair with effectiveness. Handling the pressures of playing for Manchester United is a skill in itself. Garnacho can benefit from working with sports psychologists to develop coping mechanisms and maintain focus during matches. Understanding when to pass, shoot, or dribble is a skill that comes with experience. Garnacho must learn to read the game better and make decisions that benefit the team rather than solely showcasing his individual abilities. Ruben Amorim has a crucial role to play in Garnacho's development. The Portuguese manager must strike a balance between giving him opportunities and shielding him from undue pressure. For instance, introducing Garnacho as a substitute in high-stakes matches could allow him to build confidence without the weight of expectation. Amorim's post-match comments also suggested a belief in Garnacho's potential despite the frustrations of the night. By providing constructive feedback and tailoring training sessions to address Garnacho's weaknesses, Amorim can help the young winger take the next step in his career. It's important to remember that Garnacho is still at an early stage in his development. Even the greatest players, from Cristiano Ronaldo to Lionel Messi, endured growing pains in their youth. Nights like the one against Bodo Glimt should be viewed as opportunities for learning rather than definitive judgments on his ability. Garnacho's goal in the opening minute showed that he has the instincts and talent to make a difference. However, translating that talent into consistent performances will require hard work, patience, and guidance. Alejandro Garnacho's performance against Bodo Glimt was a night of mixed fortunes. While his early goal demonstrated his potential, his missed chances and lapses in decision-making revealed areas where he still has room to grow. As Manchester United continues its Europa League campaign, Garnacho will undoubtedly have more opportunities to prove his worth. For now, patience is key. Garnacho is a diamond in the rough, and matches like this are part of the polishing process. With the support of Ruben Amorim, his teammates, and the club's fans, Garnacho has the tools to develop into a top-class player. Whether he learns from nights like these will determine how far he can fulfill his immense potential. When Alejandro Garnacho went to bed on Sunday night, he likely had Ruben Amorim's tactical voice echoing in his mind. The 20-year-old winger endured a demanding evening at Portman Road as Manchester United's new head coach tirelessly shouted instructions to help him adjust to a system that promises to redefine the team's style of play. Garnacho, a player known for his creativity and flair, found himself navigating unfamiliar waters under Amorim's strategic eye. The match against Ipswich Town marked the beginning of a transformative era for Manchester United. Amorim's methods are clear, demanding a blend of discipline and innovation. While Garnacho is used to roaming the flanks as a traditional winger, Amorim's tactical setup hinted at a potential new role for him, one that requires adaptability, defensive acumen, and positional awareness. During the first half at Portman Road, Garnacho's discomfort was palpable. Positioned on the left wing, he seemed out of sync with Amorim's high-intensity instructions. On the opposite side, Diogo Dalot flourished, pushing forward with intent and linking up effectively with Ahmad. The contrast between the two sides highlighted the adjustment period United players are undergoing under Amorim's system. At halftime, Amorim made a tactical shift. Garnacho was moved to the right flank, placing him closer to Amorim, who could provide real-time feedback. This adjustment not only improved Garnacho's involvement, but also demonstrated Amorim's proactive coaching style. The Portuguese manager, known for his dynamic tactics, is unafraid to experiment as he molds his team. Amorim's earlier remarks about player roles set the stage for these changes. He had openly stated, "We should start with fullbacks because to teach a winger how to defend is harder." This statement hinted at Garnacho's potential deployment in unconventional roles, particularly as United navigated a period of experimentation and player adaptation. One of Amorim's notable tactical challenges at Ipswich was a shortage of centre-backs, which led to Noussair Mazraoui being deployed as a right-sided centre-back and Ahmad operating as a right wing-back. While Ahmad adapted admirably, even contributing an assist for Marcus Rashford's early goal, it underscored the fluidity Amorim demands from his players. This tactical flexibility raises the intriguing prospect of Garnacho being tested as a wing-back. The Europa League clash against Bodo Glimt at Old Trafford presents an opportunity for such an experiment. Against opposition that United are expected to dominate, Amorim could test Garnacho in a deeper, more disciplined role without risking too much tactically.